About 390 million years ago, during the Devonian period, there lived a large sea scorpion called Jaekelopterus rhenaniae. It came under the classification as a eurypterid. With a length of up to 8 feet, this monster would have been around the same size as a modern lion. These massive sea scorpions were really effective hunters. The pincers, which were big and strong and could be more than 18 inches long, were used to catch and crush its prey. The incredible strength of their pincers let them produce up to 100 newtons of force, which made them very dangerous hunting tools. Once their prey was under their control, the rough, serrated edges of their pincers made it quite impossible for them to flee until they were dead. Jaekelopterus had a pair of enormous compound eyes arranged on stalks. These eyes gave the beast unmatched view range and clarity. Each of these compound eyes consisted of hundreds of individual lenses, sometimes known as ommatidia, which let Jaekelopterus see its surroundings in great detail. Their visual advantage helped them find their victims from a significant distance and plan their assaults with exact accuracy. Their segmented body, which covered a strong exoskeleton, helped them move in aquatic environments and defend themselves against other predators. This exoskeleton was protective, yet also flexible. Fossils of the Jaekelopterus have been found in old riverbeds and marine deposits, mostly in Germany and the UK. There are well-preserved exoskeletons and trackways in these fossils that tell us a lot about the physiology and behavior of the species they represent. Jaekelopterus is thought to have been able to walk on land for short intervals, most likely for migration or mating. A few of the trackways run 16 feet or more. Their strong appendages, which resembled paddles and could hold their significant weight when they were not in the water, made these land travels easier. Massive arthropods like these could grow during the Devonian period because oxygen levels were very high, around 30 to 35%. Unlike the respiratory systems of vertebrates, arthropod respiratory systems rely on diffusion, so oxygen concentration has a major impact on arthropod size restrictions. The very efficient tracheal system of the Jaekelopterus helped them preserve their great body dimensions. This method consisted of a network of tubes directly supplying oxygen to the tissues. Their capacity to adapt helped them survive in the changing environments of the Devonian era. Adapting to a great range of conditions and feeding on a broad spectrum of species, the Jaekelopterus was able to prosper in both freshwater and marine environments. Its discovery in thousands-of-year-old riverbeds points to its ability to migrate between several habitats, therefore rendering it a versatile and adaptively deadly animal. Though they seemed to be horrifying, Jaekelopterus was vital in the habitats where they resided. They helped to preserve a good ecosystem generally by controlling the numbers of fish and other aquatic life. Their predatory character meant that only the most strong and flexible species could survive, which affected the general condition of their habitat. Comparable to modern-day apex predators, such as sharks in marine habitats or lions in the savanna, Jaekelopterus affected its ecosystem. These predators control the numbers of other species and stop any one species from ruling the environment. To better understand Jaekelopterus's enormous size and terrifying nature, let us examine how it compares to other scorpions, both extinct and modern. Originally thought to be a big spider, Megarachne was finally categorized as a eurypterid. This was another amazing prehistoric monster, like the Jaekelopterus scorpion. Living at the same time as Jaekelopterus, Megarachne had a body length of about 20 inches, which is significantly shorter than Jaekelopterus. Its discovery in the Carboniferous layers of Argentina led to an important new understanding of the variety of ancient arthropods. The decreased size of Megarachne and the diverse ecological niche the eurypterids occupy show the several predatory strategies they employ. By comparison, modern scorpions are far smaller. For example, Pandinus imperator, the emperor scorpion, is the biggest living scorpion and might reach lengths of up to 8 inches. These modern scorpions are strong in their own right, yet the monster known as Jaekelopterus is significantly bigger than any other. Even the deadliest scorpions can't match Jaekelopterus's pincers for sheer physical strength. But modern scorpions' venom is highly effective at immobilizing their victims. Modern paleontological techniques have made significant advancements in our understanding of Jaekelopterus and other prehistoric scorpions. The development of advanced imaging techniques like CT scanning has allowed scientists to study the internal structures of fossils without causing harm to the actual fossils. By use of these techniques, data on the musculature, respiratory systems, and sensory organs of Jaekelopterus has been revealed, therefore enabling a better knowledge of their biology and ecology. One could find similarities between the position of the modern great white shark, Carcharodon carcharias, and Jaekelopterus as an apex predator. At the top of their respective food chains, both of these species significantly affect the numbers of the creatures they kill. Predators like this are vitally essential to maintaining ecosystems in their condition of equilibrium. Apex predators manage the quantities of herbivores and smaller carnivores, therefore reducing overgrazing and supporting biodiversity during the process. Including Jaekelopterus, the eurypterid order consists of roughly 250 identified species. From little shrimp-like creatures to giants like Jaekelopterus, these species span a spectrum. Eurypterid's varied range of traits allowed them to occupy a great spectrum of biological niches, from deep oceanic environments to shallow coastal waters. The wide global distribution of eurypterids is proof of their adaptability, as evidenced by the finding of fossils on every continent, including Antarctica. Jaekelopterus possessed several anatomical modifications that helped it to be successful as a predator. Its large, spade-like telson, also referred to as the tail spine, may have been used as a weapon during combat or for directing needs when swimming. Its limbs, which consisted of segments coated in sharp spines, helped it to effectively grab slippery prey. The exoskeleton of the Jaekelopterus was built out of long-lasting and flexible chitin. Chitin is a complex carbohydrate that helps make a material that lasts a long time and doesn't weigh much. Apart from being found in the exoskeletons of extinct sea scorpions, this chemical also exists in the exoskeletons of present arthropoda like insects, spiders, and crustaceans. Chitin is a protein that both permitted movement and provided protection. There were several separate components to the Jaekelopterus exoskeleton, each linked to one another via flexible joints. Because these joints were covered in a thinner layer of chitin, which offered the flexibility needed, the creature could move its body and limbs with agility. The thicker and stiffer the chitin coats, the better the protection against predators and harm. Furthermore, especially during the times when Jaekelopterus moved onto land, the chitinous exoskeleton was a vital part of the mechanism preventing desiccation, sometimes known as drying out. The exoskeleton's waxy surface served to restrict water loss, therefore allowing these massive sea scorpions to flourish in a range of environments, from submerged habitats to moist terrestrial locations. Apart from structural benefits, the chitin exoskeleton served as a scaffolding, allowing muscles to cling to themselves. Using its strong muscles connected to the inside of the exoskeleton, Jaekelopterus could produce a lot of force with its pincers and extremities. In the aggressive environments that prevailed across the Devonian period, Jaekelopterus' survival strategy depended critically on chitin. Given its adaptability and efficiency, chitin has been a beneficial evolutionary feature for millions of years. Often referred to as the Age of Fishes, the Devonian period was unique in its profusion of marine plants and fauna. Other eurypterids, including early bony fish, and placoderms, also known as armored fish, shared Jaekelopterus' surroundings. By means of predation and competition, the interactions among these species shaped the evolution of marine environments. Because of the changing coastlines and different sea levels during that era, the dynamic environments created by the Devonian seas produced a mosaic of habitats. One can determine Jaekelopterus' tendency toward predatory behavior based on its physical traits and the environment it lived in. This animal's enormous pincers and keen eyesight suggest that it is an ambush predator, waiting for its target to approach within striking range. Because Jaekelopterus could walk on land for short periods of time, there's a chance that it was able to make use of a range of food sources and flee under attack by aquatic predators. This flexibility would have given it an advantage over its rivals in the several environments that the Devonian epoch produced. In 1914, a German paleontologist called Otto Jaekel first came across a fossil belonging to the Jaekelopterus genus. Many fossils have been unearthed in the years since then, each of which has helped us to better understand this massive sea scorpion. Because of these very important discoveries, we now know more about how Jaekelopterus looked and how it lived. Eurypterids like Jaekelopterus are still being studied, and new discoveries help shed light on the biology and ecology of these extinct predators. Modern arachnids, that is spiders, scorpions, and their relatives, are intimately related to eurypterids. Like many other prehistoric giants, Jaekelopterus most likely went extinct due to changes in the surroundings as well as competition from growing predators. About 375 million years ago, an event known as the Late Devonian extinction occurred that profoundly affected marine habitats, which finally led to the extinction of a vast number of eurypterid species. Still, their amazing size and terrifying abilities are a tribute to the great range of life that prevailed during the Devonian period.